1967 Liberty Washington quarter lying somewhere in your drawer. It might just turn the tables for you. This single coin has surprised collectors around the world, and after the intro you will understand exactly why. Stick around till the end, because I will tell you how valuable these quarters are, according to eBay, live auctions, and other online platforms, and how people are selling them for shocking amounts. And as always, in the last minute you will know how you can check your own coin. But instead of revealing the final price right away, I want you to comment price in the comment box, and I will personally tell you its exact value and the selling procedure. 1967 Washington quarter comes from a very interesting and transitional chapter in American coin history. This was a time when the United States Mint had already removed silver from quarters due to the nationwide coin shortage of the early 60s, which means the 1967 quarter was minted in a special environment where the mint was focusing on mass production, speed and stability. The country was shifting rapidly, the economy was evolving, and coin collectors were adjusting to non-silver quarters for the first time in decades. Because of this, many unusual varieties were created along the way, some of which are now incredibly valuable. 1967 quarter was struck at a time when the mint completely stopped using mint marks. This was done intentionally to prevent collectors from hoarding new coins, since the government needed the public to keep coins in circulation. That single decision resulted in millions of coins being minted without mint marks, which may sound normal today, but was highly unusual back then. And whenever the mint makes an unusual change, collectors, 50 years later, suddenly find themselves chasing rare pieces that slipped out during the busy production run. 1967, the mint produced these quarters using high-pressure and high-volume methods, which led to errors that now make certain pieces extremely valuable. Some of the most sought-after coins include double-die obverse pieces where the letters appear slightly doubled, off-center strikes that show part of the design missing, thick plancher errors, die cracks that create dramatic lines across the coin, and even coins struck on leftover metal planchers from previous years. These rare mistakes are the very things buyers on eBay and major auction houses are paying huge premiums for today. Now, what really makes the 1967 Washington quarter exciting is not its basic version, but the rare varieties and high-grade pieces that stand out from the millions produced. Collectors today are constantly searching for coins with the sharpest details, the brightest surfaces, or unique minting flaws, because these coins are the ones that explode in price. A regular circulated 1967 quarter may be common, but a perfectly preserved 1967 quarter with a stunning sharp strike can sell for many times its face value. 1998 Liberty Washington quarter. Dollar sitting in your collection or lying unnoticed in your drawer. This video might turn the tables for you because some pieces from this year have shocked collectors with unbelievable prices. Stick around until the end of the video to know how valuable your coin might be and how you can sell it. But remember, at the end, I will ask you to comment the price in the comment box, and I will personally guide you on the exact value and the full selling procedure for your specific coin. Now let's begin this deep dive into the long history of the 1998 Washington quarter. Dollar, the history of the 1998 Washington quarter, is the final chapter of an era that began all the way back in 1932. This coin represents one of the last traditional designs before the United States Mint shifted into the dramatic changes that arrived in 1999 with the state quarters program. Because 1998 was the final year of the classic Washington quarter design being produced in full quantity before the big transformation. Collectors consider this year a symbolic end to a legacy that lasted more than 6 decades. To understand the story of the 1998 quarter, we must go back to its origins. The Washington quarter was first created in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Sculptor John Flanagan's design was chosen for its dignified portrait and balanced layout, and for many years it remained untouched, becoming one of the most familiar coins in America's pockets. By 1998, this same design had already circulated for over 60 years, making the coins of this year part of a long historical tradition. The composition of the 1998 quarter continues the copper-nickel clad formula that began in 1965. This transition to clad metal was a significant moment in American coinage, marking the end of circulating silver coins. For collectors, the clad-era quarters often seem common, but certain years, including 1998, produced special errors and variations that dramatically increase value, because the minting equipment was aging and the U.S. Mint was preparing for the massive production of state quarters starting the next year. Some unexpected mistakes slipped through. The Philadelphia and Denver Mint facilities produced millions of 1998 quarters, but only a tiny fraction of these coins show errors like off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and extremely strong strikes. These rare variations give the 1990 quarter its potential to be worth far more than face value, especially in high-grade mint state condition. Some quarters from this year, preserved in perfect or near-perfect condition, have been sold for astonishing amounts in auctions. Another important detail lies in the testing methods used by the Mint during this transitional period, because 1998 was the last uniform year before the introduction of 50 different quarter design. 1997 Liberty Washington quarter. This small coin might turn the tables for you because many collectors do not realize how valuable certain varieties and high-grade pieces from this year can be. Stick around until the end of the video because I will explain how some of these quarters are sold on online platforms and auctions, how people are making surprising profits, and how you can do the same. And at the end of the video, you will simply comment price in the comment box and I will personally tell you its exact value and full selling procedure. 997. Washington quarter belongs to the final years of the classic eagle reverse design. Before the United States Mint began the massive state quarter program in 1999. This makes 1997 one of the last coins in the original Washington quarter series that had been used since 1932, a design that became a symbol of American tradition, leadership, and national pride. George Washington's portrait on the obverse remained unchanged for decades, reminding everyone of the founding era and the enduring strength of the country. As the United States Mint continued striking these quarters during the 1990s, the economy was rapidly expanding. The American public was experiencing a rise in technology, new businesses, and increased travel. The quarter became one of the most heavily used coins in vending machines, toll booths, parking meters, arcades, and public transportation systems. Because of this wide use, 1997 quarters circulated extensively, making high-grade, untouched examples rare and valuable today. 1997 sits in a very interesting historical period. It was a time when digital communication, computers, and global trade were expanding rapidly. The 1997 quarter passed through hands, representing a society moving toward a new era. Yet its design remained traditional, connecting modern America with its historical roots. Collectors today appreciate this contrast, and many seek coins from the final years before the quarter's redesign began. The quarter's reverse design, featuring the American eagle with wings spread confidently, had become an iconic symbol by 1997. This design was originally created to celebrate Washington's leadership and the country's freedom, and it remained an important part of American coinage for decades. Even though millions were minted in 1997, the value today depends heavily on quality and minting varieties. Sharp details, strong luster, and minimal marks can increase the worth significantly, especially in graded conditions from professional services. As the Mint approached the end of the Eagle Reverse series, production quality varied at times. leading to small minting errors that collectors now search for. Double dies, missing clad layers, off-center strikes, broad-struck planchets, and filled letter varieties can turn an ordinary circulating quarter into a valuable collectible. Many of these errors from 1997 have appeared on online auction platforms. Today we are talking about a small coin that might secretly be the most powerful piece hiding inside your drawer. The Liberty Lincoln penny 1996 looks simple, ordinary and common, but what if I told you that some rare versions of this penny can turn the tables for you overnight? If you have this coin in your home, you need to watch this video till the very end, because collectors are paying surprising prices for certain varieties and errors. Stay tuned, because at the end of the video, I will tell you how you can sell your 1996 penny for the maximum value. But remember to comment price in the comment box so I can guide you personally. The Lincoln penny series has one of the richest histories in American coinage, and the 1996 edition carries decades of legacy behind it. It was minted during a time when the United States Mint was balancing high production demands with modernizing technology. The early 90s were years of rapid economic activity. Billions of coins were being produced every year, and the pressure on minting machinery was at its peak. This environment created a mix of perfectly struck coins and fascinating minting errors that collectors chase today. 1996, the Lincoln penny had already been in continuous production for almost 9 decades. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. Over the years, the design evolved, but the essence remained the same: Lincoln's dignified profile on the front and the memorial building on the back, representing leadership, courage, and national unity. Even in 1996, the coin carried the weight of this history, connecting modern America to its early 20th century roots. The 1996 penny was created during a phase when copper-plated zinc had already replaced the old bronze composition. This change, introduced in 1982, brought lighter coins but also new challenges. The zinc core was highly sensitive, and any slight mistake in the plating process created bubbles, blisters, or exposed zinc spots. These flaws, while accidental, have become highly desirable today because they make individual coins unique. Another major historical point is that the minting dies used in 1996 often went through heavy strain. High circulation demand meant that dies were used until they developed cracks, breaks, and wear marks. Instead of discarding them immediately, the mint often continued production to meet quotas. This is why the 1996 penny has so many varieties, like die cracks, die chips, extra metal on letters, and doubled features. Each one tells the story of a machine pushed to its limits during a busy production year. The 1996 penny also came at a time when public interest in coin collecting was rising again. People who had ignored coins earlier began paying closer attention. Today's video is going to be extremely important for anyone who collects old coins or has a box of pennies lying around, because the 1976 Liberty Lincoln penny might actually turn the tables for you. Many people do not know that some specific 1976 pennies listed on eBay and online auction platforms have sold for prices that almost no one expects from a simple 1-cent coin. So after this intro, stay with me till the end, because I will tell you exactly what makes this coin valuable and how people are selling it for impressive amounts. But in the last part of the video, just like always, instead of mentioning the final price here, you will need to comment price in the comment box, and I will personally tell you the value of your coin according to online platforms and guide you step by step on how to sell it. 1976. Lincoln penny carries a remarkable place in coin collecting history. While 1976 was officially the bicentennial year of the United States, the Lincoln cent was the only coin that did not receive a special bicentennial design. Yet that fact actually makes this penny even more interesting, because it was minted in massive numbers. But only a small number survived with the precision, sharp details. or rare errors that are now sought after by collectors. Every one of these coins carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has stayed iconic since 1909. The 1976 penny is part of the copper era, meaning it contains the precious high copper content that collectors love. This is the last decade before the mint switched to the modern copper-coated zinc pennies. This alone gives the 1976 penny added collectible interest. Because the original metal composition makes these older cents more durable and aesthetically appealing, especially when found in bright red or red-brown condition. Online collectors searching for the 1976 penny are often looking for sharp strikes, unusual color preservation, and specific mint errors. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produce these pennies in huge quantities, but some coins from each mint show faint doubling in letters, die cracks, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies. These specific features raise the value dramatically on platforms like eBay, where collectors are constantly searching for these varieties. One of the most exciting details about this coin is how dramatic some of its mint errors can be. There are examples of 1976 pennies with broad strikes, clipped planchets, and die breaks that create dramatic raised lines across Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial. These unusual marks are the very mistakes that transform a basic penny into a high-value collectible. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side is especially important when inspecting your coin. Some 1976 pennies have clearer columns, sharper details in the stairs, or extra thickness in the lettering of United States of America or 1 cent.